G'day guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 3 coins to buy in September to get rich in this upcoming bull run. So if you like the sounds of that, make sure to like and subscribe and let's get into it. But before I give you these picks guys, I want to talk about the overall crypto market. So Bitcoin and a lot of our altcoins have gone absolutely smashed in the last few months and are trading at massive discounts right now. Now, in the crypto community, there's so much fear and uncertainty. Everyone is expecting to go lower, but is this the time to be fearful, or is this the time to be accumulating while these coins are at massive discounts? Because you have to remember the effects of compound interest. When you're buying these coins at such low prices, the multiples get exponentially bigger as the coin moves up in price. So if you're buying solid projects like the 3 that I'm about to show you, the gains you could make could be absolutely massive. Now, what am I expecting for the market? Well, I'm expecting Bitcoin to do what it's always done since its creation and follow a 4-year cycle. Now, that would put Bitcoin at over $100,000. And if Bitcoin hits over 100K, then all of these altcoins that I'm about to show you are going to do a 20 to 40x in return. Now, I believe there's a 90% chance that Bitcoin will just do what it's always done and follow the 4-year cycle. But for an example, let's say it's 50-50. Well, if you were playing a slot machine and you had a 50% chance of winning on each spin, and if you lost, you would lose half your money. But if you won, you would win 20 to 40 times what you bet. Well, you'd be playing that slot machine all day because the risk to reward ratio is incredible and you would make a shit ton of money. Well, those are the kinds of odds that we have in crypto and why I choose to bet on cryptocurrency. Now, let's get into the chart for Bitcoin. So pretty much since middle of March, Bitcoin has been trading sideways in this consolidation period. Now, where are we going from here? Well, if we zoom in, we can actually see that Bitcoin has come up to a key level, being my blue box here. Now, this box was support all the way through here, and it's been a very key level that Bitcoin has reacted to. Now, unless we can get back above this blue box here, it is likely that we are going to see another move down. If we can get back above this level and start to hold it into support, it's more likely that we're going to come back to the top of this range. But until we can get above this key level right here, I'm going to be more bearish. So taking a look at some shorter time frames, taking a look at that 2 hour, for example, we can see that we are massively overbought and we are printing a red dot, meaning that we are likely going to get a move down. Now, where is that move down in the short term going to land us? Well, straight away, I would be expecting a move back down to the lows set back on the 24th of September, or we could potentially get a bounce from that level. But it wouldn't actually surprise me if we do actually see a move down to this trend line here before we do get that big move back to the upside. Now, there is one other thing that I did want to point out on the chart for Bitcoin. So let's zoom out a bit and let's go to the weekly chart. Now, we can actually see that Bitcoin has been holding this very key trend line. And let me draw this right for you guys. So you can see all of these touch points here that Bitcoin has been following this trend line exactly. So with our first touch, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, and we've just had our 8th touch. So Bitcoin has been holding this trend line for almost the entirety of the whole bull run. So this is a very strong level of support. And what actually happened earlier in the year is we actually got overextended and overheated, but Bitcoin has come back down to this trend line. So if we're going to continue to hold this level, it means that we likely did see the bottom at about 49K, and that we are likely going to continue to follow this trend line throughout the bull run. And that's what I think is actually the more likely scenario. I do think that scenario is more likely than the bearish scenario where we do get a bottom to this trend line here, since this line is a much stronger level of support. But either way, I do think now is the time to be accumulating altcoins, because when the bull run truly takes off, this is when altcoins are going to absolutely explode. And when we have a look at our Elliott wave structure, so looking at the chart of Bitcoin, we can see a very clear 1 wave, 2 wave correction, wave 3, and now we're experiencing our wave 4 correction, and this fifth and final wave is going to put us into price discovery likely towards that 150k mark. Now you're probably wondering, where did I get this level from? Well, I actually pulled a Fibonacci extension from the high to the low of our last cycle, and it gives us some price targets. A full extension actually lands us between 200 and 240k. Now I'm going to be taking profits much before this, and I'm actually going to be targeting the 2.16 to get out of the market with the majority of my position before everyone else. So that's actually how I was able to get that level. And if you want to know the accuracy of this indicator, if we actually have a look at the previous bull run and we pull the exact same extension, we can actually see that it literally called the top of the market at our full extension range. So this is going to be how I'm going to be calling the top of the market and how I've actually chosen my take profit zone. Now guys, for what you've all been waiting for, what are my 3 picks for September that are going to make you filthy rich in this next leg of a bull run? Well, coin number 1, we've got Ondo Finance. So priced at 62 cents right now with a market cap of 866 billion, this coin is an absolute bargain at the moment. Now, having only launched in January, this coin is quite new, but it's been making some big moves in the space. So Ondo Finance is focused on the tokenization of real world assets and is hands down the leader in the space. Now, for those of you that don't know what tokenization of real world assets are, it's essentially bringing real world assets like real estate, for example, onto the blockchain. So, for example, with tokenization, you might be able to invest in a fraction of a high-end property, which you wouldn't ordinarily have access to before. But now you can own a small fraction of ownership of that piece of land through tokenization, which is an absolute game changer in the world of investing. Now, as well, Ondo is also partnered with BlackRock and Coinbase. These are 2 massive partnerships, and BlackRock has actually been using Ondo for their Bittensor fund. And as well, in the recent correction, we can actually see on-chain that BlackRock bought over $8 million worth of Ondo in this recent correction, which is absolutely massive. Now, taking a look at the chart for Ondo Finance, we can see that since its launch, all we've really had is a massive impulse to the upside, and now we've come down and had a correction down to my blue box here. Well, let's pull some fib levels for this as well. And what I'll do is I'll actually pull it from the bottom. So we can actually see from the launch that we've actually come down and we've hit the golden pocket. Now, this is the level that altcoins like to hit on corrections before putting in that next leg higher, which makes this level here an extremely strong level of support, and I don't think that we are going to break any lower. I do believe that this is the bottom here. And as well, taking a look at our Elliott wave structure, we can actually see that since the launch of Ondo, all we've seen is a wave 1, and we're just experiencing now our wave 2 correction, and we still have that wave 3, 4, and 5 to go. Now let me draw that a bit better. But altogether, I believe Ondo is at a very key level, and you're able to accumulate it at almost a 66% discount from its all-time highs. So this is a coin that I'd be looking to accumulate, because I do believe once we do get that wave 3 up, that we are never going to see these prices down here ever again. Now, coin number 2, guys, we've got Bittensor. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that this is a coin that I've been extremely bullish on. So currently priced at $278 with a market cap of $2 million. This coin is the leading AI project in the space. So Bittensor is an AI model that allows all AI models to communicate with each other. And these models end up learning and growing together. And it's a massive decentralized framework. So it's essentially machine learning models that are trained collaboratively and are rewarded in their token tau according to the informational value they offer the network. So Bittensor is often referred to as the Bitcoin of AI because it has a 21 million supply just like Bitcoin and a halving cycle that mirrors Bitcoin's halving cycle as well. And historically, we know what Bitcoin has done, and I'm expecting Bittensor to perform extremely well and that it could hit between $2,000 to $3,000 a coin this cycle. Now, taking a look at Bittensor Tau, it has also gone for a similar type of corrective move. And we're currently holding support at my blue box here, which is my key level, but I am looking at Bittensor Tau to hold it. Now, why is this such a key level? Well, if we actually pull a Fibonacci from the low to the high, we can actually see that Bittensor Tau actually came all the way down to the 0.78 level, which is this key level right down here, and it's bounced off of this level exactly, showing a strong that this is a strong area of support. And now that we're actually back above my blue box once again, and we're holding this level as support, this is likely where we're going to get that big bounce to the upside as well. Now, looking at the daily chart, we can actually see that we are printing a green dot on our momentum waves, indicating that we are likely going to get a move to the upside very soon. So this is a coin that I would be accumulating before it takes off, because once we get that move to the upside, we're likely going to get to around this level here, which is around that $400 mark. And if we can then get above that level and flip that into support, this is going to set us up to make our way all the way back up to all-time highs. Now, coin number 3, guys, we've got Arweave. So priced at $20.70 right now with a market cap of $1.3 billion. This coin is a mid-cap gem. Now, Arweave focuses on decentralized file storage. So it's very similar to Filecoin, but unlike Filecoin where you have to pay a subscription each month, Arweave you only have to pay a one-time fee, and you can keep your data stored on the blockchain forever, which is absolutely insane. Now, I was accumulating Arweave at about the $5-6 range, so I'm actually up massively in profit. But with this recent correction, I do believe we have a good buying opportunity to start loading up once again. Now, taking a look at Arweave, we can see that we got this massive impulse to the upside, but since then we have got quite a big corrective move back down. We've actually come down to this $18 range, which is hitting my key area here at my blue box, and we're currently holding that as support. And as long as we hold this area of support, it's likely that we are going to get a bounce back up to the upside. Now, how did I get this area? Well, if we actually pull a Fibonacci, this area actually lines up with our golden pocket, which is our strongest area of support between that 0.65 and 0.618. So this is an extremely strong level, and the fact that we are holding it is indicating that we are likely going to get that move up when the markets turn around very soon. And that next level that I would be targeting would be this previous local high at around $34 here. Now, taking a look at our momentum waves, we can see that we are printing a green dot and we are extremely oversold at the moment, indicating that we are likely going to get a move up very soon. So my next target would be that $35 range for Arweave, and I do believe in the bull run that we can see some massive prices for this coin. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Now, if we were to pull a Fibonacci extension from the low to the high, let's see what targets it gives us for the bull run. Well, a full extension would actually put us between $420 and $500 a coin for Arweave. Well, from its current price right now, if we measure that out, you would be looking at a 19 to 22x return, which is absolutely insane. Now, guys, those are my 3 coin picks for September. That's pretty much all I've got for this video. But if you'd like some one-on-one coaching with me to learn how to trade, message me on either Instagram or Twitter. And if you'd like to purchase my top 10 picks for 2024 to know the coins that I'm investing in that are going to make the most money this bull run, you can message me on Twitter as well, or Instagram, and I'll get that one to you. But besides that, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.